So, it's allocation season, right? And there's a lot of stuff coming out and you just kind of forget about certain things coming out. For example, totally forgot all about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye coming out this year. Kind of took me and a lot of other people by surprise. So I want to dig into this review because just by the nose of this alone, it's gorgeous. Welcome back. My name is Zach. Today you just have me. Dave isn't here today, but he will be back here with us shortly. We are just not matching up on our schedules to be able to record. Between me hanging out with my kiddos, his vacation, my work, his work, we're just super busy together. Or not together, apart. It's hard to get together. But anyways, before I begin, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notifications button. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All those fun things. We'll have some really great barrel picks coming out. So make sure you keep an eye on us on Patreon. So very much looking forward to some of those barrels because they're going to be awesome. All right, let's get down to this bottle here because I totally forgot all about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye coming out this year. So really quick. So this is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye. This is batch A925. This is a Heaven Hill product. It's 108 proof. It is, and the mash bill is 51% rye, 35% corn, and then 14% malted barley. So it's just a barely legal Kentucky rye. And it is, gosh, what was it? It was 12 years, 3 months, which is a gorgeous age statement coming from Elijah Craig. Thank you guys for doing that. And it was $80. So at the distillery. Just for everybody to know, on the Bourbon Trail, they did have this at Evan Williams Bourbon Experience. It is sold out. Not sure when that's coming back. And Heaven Hill has it. So if you're wanting to swing by, but it's limited. So they're only putting out so many cases a day. So you might get an opportunity, you might not. But I would show up early. And whenever I went, it wasn't one of their allocated drop days. And they had that grenade. So for anybody who's wanting to know. Anyways, though, going back to this. I've let it breathe for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour-ish, basically just where I leave the cork open. And it has really, honestly, just filled like this little area over here just with this crazy, awesome nose that I'm just loving on it. So really want to dig into this. Like I said, I totally forgot all about this coming out. And then whenever... I think I've seen it on the secondary maybe first. I don't even remember a media thing going out for it. We didn't get it. We bought it. Just to clarify all that. But it's just one of those things, just new whiskeys coming out all the time and just totally forgot all about it. But anyways, let's get into the nose of this. It is incredibly green apple candy forward. And I don't know if it's just because my son the other day, he gave me from whenever he went trick-or-treating at our little thing we were at. He gave me a green apple Jolly Rancher sucker, and then a green apple sour punch, like little piece of candy there. And it was awesome. It was gorgeous. And I love those little like sour punch things. So the fact that that's what it reminds me of, it's just awesome. The green apple on there just pops hard on there. A lot of fruit on this, which shocks me for this being a rye. I know it's a barely legal rye, but it's so fruity on the nose. I mean, pear and peach pop on there too. That peach, man. It's almost like a peach vanilla ice cream mixture there. And it's just it's awesome. Like throwing like little like graham cracker crumbs on that peach and that ice cream is just perfect on there. You're starting to get a little bit of floral notes too. The more it kind of sits and just breathes just more and more and more. Smidge of spice, not a ton. Maybe a little cinnamon, maybe a little black pepper. But just the green apple fruit on there, it's so intoxicating. I love that nose. All right, let's get to the palate. That is just such a nice, It's so well balanced on the palate. I'm really excited for this. First off, fruit is still there. It's not quite as green apple, but you start getting more of that peach, a little bit of raspberry, maybe blackberry on there. And then it goes into much more spice, much more floral. That rye really starts to come out and evolve there on the backside of the palate. It goes into that finish, coats really, really well. Get a little bit of oak in there as well. I'm honestly surprised at 12 years, you're not getting more oak influence on there. And I don't know if that's because of the proof or whatnot, but really, honestly, you get, it's not, I don't want to say it punches up like you're getting like a Kentucky hug out of that. Like you can feel it in here. But for it being 108 proof, it's really nice. It almost drinks like it's probably like 120 proof if I had to guess. I don't know if it's that spice or not on there, but man, it's so well done on the palate. Like it's very surprising because it just translates so well. It tells such a great story. It starts to get like a little bit desserty on there too. Like it'd be like some kind of like summer fruit, almost like a cocktail almost. You know, now I think about that, I bet you this thing would be a monster in a cocktail. I'm not a cocktail guy at all. Literally, it was hilarious. I was out at an event with a friend, and we were discussing some things. They're like, so if you had to have a custom cocktail, what would it be? And I'm like, oh, it's simple. Whatever it is, neat. Just neat. I don't need ice. I'm just not a cocktail person, right? So that is really nice though. I think that's going to be a big hit. Honestly, like I would definitely rather have this than any of the Elijah Craig barrel proofs I've had here lately. Outside of this, C923, which is like everybody's favorite. But man, that's really good. That's really good. We're going to have some really big ryes come out this year. I think, this one, the new 10-year Sagamore K. Luke's rye that I'm going to be reviewing at some point in time. A lot of great ryes are coming out. That thing, top of the list so far. That thing is awesome for a rye. For $80, it's 12 years. Rye is typically more of an expensive grain in general, so rye typically cost more. I think it's really good value. Like honestly, I don't know what the national release of this is supposed to be. I don't know if I've heard two rumors. I've heard it's going to be fine, like everybody's going to have an opportunity for it, and I've heard it's actually going to be a lot smaller than what you think. I have no clue. So I tend to guess it's going to be bigger because it is an Elijah Craig batch. So like barrel proof batch. So those tend to be pretty big, pretty findable. So if I had to guess, that's what I would guess, but I have not, I haven't heard and I can't, speak for that. So, but this is definitely a buy. I love the nose on it. I think the palate's great and the finish is really, really great or really good as well. So yeah, anyways, that's everything. Make sure you guys check us out on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, hit that like, subscribe, notifications button here on YouTube. And until next time, I'll see you.